just hauled this back to the shop here to go through it and do an unboxing, unwrapping video because it came from a junkyard, so you never know what all we're going to find. The interior's pretty clean. Engine I've already looked through, seems to be decent. But gotta go through some other stuff, like just what all is in the interior. You can give me your James. So everything, front seat, there's nothing really in there. Back seat, oops, that's coming down. Front door seal. I'm gonna need one of those apparently. But we got one carpet. What is this? VisAid overhead projector markers. Oh, that thing has been parked for a while. I don't know when the last time I've seen an overhead projector used was. What is all this crap? Inside Out. Oregon DMV. Important document enclosed. I already have the title, so I don't know what this is. Oh wait, it's open. Don't need to open it. Certificate of title. 1986. Wait, but I have the title. Did I get the title to the other one? To the other SAAB? I might have to go back to the wrecking yard and give them back a title. There's this. And now I have two. There's a registration. A title. 2013. Interesting. Oh. We got another big carpet. Wires. Okay then. That's concerning. It's a latch of some kind. Ouch. Saw blade. Some kind of fitting. Some kind of rubber seal and another piece of wire. What makes me concerned when there's loose wires just hanging out in cars. So I got a couple more things in here. There's a whatever that is. Adaptable cup holder, or unlock the Spillmaster. Okay, so a cup holder of some sort. Then we got some wire strippers. Those are nice. Bring back here to the trunk. Let's see here. Oh, it is. I didn't have to unlock it. Okay. Okay. I don't know what this is. What am I looking at? Do it best. No clue. Oops. Sit there. We got a white wall tire. Ew. That was... What the heck? Why is it full of water? That makes me concerned about the trunk pan. Oh boy, we got that thing. A box of bits. I have no clue what these are to. Do they say SAAB on them somewhere? No? I don't know. That's like a pulley or something. I'm down below in the box. That's... dust mop. These are always useful. Love those. Matching transformer. Some zip ties. Another tire. That one's full of water too. I don't know how or why. The missing hubcap. Oops. Frisbee. What? I don't know, but this concerns me. I don't know what it is, though. I don't know what I'm looking at. I guess it has something to do with all those bits. And whatever that is. Is that a motor? Or
that's a stator.
Stator?
And that's the rotor.
Oh! So this is all bits of a motor. An electric one. I wonder if somebody was going to do an electric conversion to this thing. We got one more thing in the trunk, and that's speakers. Speaker bits. Yeah. And I think that does it for the trunk. Let's see, do we have a spare? We do have a spare. And what do you know, we even got the funky trailer hitch thing. I've never seen anything like this. I can get it out. The heck? SAAB Scania trailer hitch. I have a factory trailer hitch. I have no clue how to put this one on because I'm used to the crossbars and everything. This is funky, but we'll take it. Wow, what do we got else in here? Okay, so we got the spare, a whole pack of zip ties. I don't know what that is. Probably read it, but I'm too lazy right now. And we got the factory jack. And the factory toolkit. All there and intact. Sweet. Not bad for a $400 junkyard find. I mean, the spare's in like pretty decent shape. Alright, we can drop that. And throw it up here in the glove box. What? It's got heated seats!
What?
It's got heated seats! An 86 Saab. Heated seat. That's weird. Oh yeah, we have the CB radio. That's kind of wacky. And then we got our owner's manual and the warranty and service record booklet. It actually has some records in it. Oh my goodness. Dude, it's a cigarette lighter powered flashlight. I think that's what that is. It's a flashlight of some kind. But it's like got a little... Never mind, that's just a power button. I've seen some that go into the cigarette lighter and like charge, and I thought that's kind of what this was, but I don't know anymore. That might be how this works. It's a little contact. I don't know. I don't know anything about these. This is my first experience with a Saab. I'll go around pop the hood. Kind of a weird color. Open. Okay. Man, look at this overhang. Like, I could almost live under here. Like, this is ridiculous. And then we just... And, big wasp nest down there. Nothing down here looks like it's in too bad a shape. I mean, this is disconnected. So that goes down there somewhere, sits up like about like that. That's not connected. I actually disconnected that when I was working on it earlier, before we got it back here. So we'll see if we can get it to maybe start and go get the other distributor and see if we can change it. But anyway, thanks for watching the unboxing of this ridiculous little Swedish treasure. Alright, so working on the Saab here a little bit more. Got the top and the roof here nice and polished out to a degree. I still gotta go at it with a buffer and see if I can make it a little bit better. Sorry for the glare in here, it's kind of horrible. But it's kind of a bluish, pale bluish color. See if maybe if I go over here, the glare's not quite as bad. But you can kind of see it's actually a lot nicer than the chalk that we have elsewhere. So I'm going to keep polishing on the car, maybe do the trunk lid next or the hood, we'll see. See if we can't get it cleaned up a little bit more. I have a massive fuel leak coming off the back of the accumulator. There's like a 2-inch hose off the back of the accumulator that just runs into nothing. So I got to figure that out. It's just sitting there like bleeding fuel out when I turn the key on. So I turn the key on, crank it, and it just starts pouring, just hemorrhaging gas out. And so, yeah, I got to figure that one out. Weekend, probably nobody's going to be able to get me an accumulator for a little while, so we'll see. It's also like $100 and some odd that I don't really have extra at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how long it actually takes me to get this running. I was hoping to have it running this weekend, but without the availability of the accumulator, that's going to be debatable. I'm going to need to see if I can maybe block off the hose that's hemorrhaging and see if I can force the fuel back somewhere else. I don't know. It's something I'm going to mess around with a little bit here. But for now, I'm just going to work on polishing it out a little bit, I think. And then it'll have to go over to the university. But I have a lift there, and I can get bay time, so I can actually get it up and on. And if I can get it on the lift, it should make that a little bit easier, because there's not a lot of space under this car to try and just get in underneath there. Because all the other jacks are up supporting another vehicle that's in the shop over there right now, the old Passat that I used to have. A buddy of mine's working on it. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to see if I can't get it running. Hopefully, probably would be a week or two before I get it running, but any luck, it should run fairly easily without a whole lot more investment. I'm hoping maybe for another $100 or $200 I can have it running and be into it for still almost nothing. So I guess I'll get to buffing. Sorry, it's still kind of dark in here. Here you can see the roof a little bit better now. It's nice and smooth and kind of a shiny chalk gray. But this is just bad. It's just really bad. Just chalky. So, I'm going to get some rubbing compound and go at it and see if we can't deal with it. Get it actually back to looking somewhat decent. Alright, get your key. I want to see if it'll just fire. Alright, so started buffing on the SAAB, and look at this. Like, so we got this here. I mean, it kind of buffed the roof out by hand a little while back, but actually took the buffer and started buffing out. And look at the difference between this is what it was, and this is what it is after being buffed well. But, I mean, look at that thing. She's going to clean up actually pretty decent, I think. Alright, so I'm fiddling with the SAAB, have not yet got it running, but we have made some other developments. I need to get a new fuel accumulator, so that's sad, but I'll close this darn thing. Actually, I need the key in the accessory position at least. Oh, shush. Your door is closed. What's the... There we go. Look at this. Radio actually functions. So does the power antenna in the back. And unfortunately, I can't play that too loud. I'm not going to be able to post my video. But, like, the CB also comes on. Pull back the squelch a little bit. I'm not even getting static. That's weird. I was earlier. Not exactly sure how to operate a CB either. So, let's see if I can get my battery too low for flash. Okay. But anyway, we got the radio coming on. All this. We have lights, which is awesome. Obviously, these not really functional, which is too bad. But we have high and low beams, and radio does work. So now we gotta get running. Down under the SAAB to find the fuel leak. And found it. I believe this here is the fuel accumulator. And where our leak is coming from is this thing. It just goes into nothing. And I don't know where it's supposed to go. But it goes into absolutely nothing. So, mild issue. So I'm going to try and kind of stop that up and see if I can figure out a way around it. Because we got all the various and sundry fuel lines and whatnot. Does that look like black tape? So I'm going to try and get a new accumulator. It's like $130. But for now, I'm just going to try stopping that up and see if I can make it do something else, go somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see. I'm going to try and get one of those on order, though. So I'm going to get a new one. Alright, so I got the hood popped. Pull forward. Whoop, flip you up. So I started cleaning up in here. This is cleaning up really nice. Got a lot of the grime and dirt off of that. Obviously not all of it. There's still some here and here and various places. Started cleaning up the valve cover. I obviously still really need to clean up the rest of the engine bay. Just doing some minor cleaning here and there. But, for a car that was basically like, what, $400 and came from a junkyard? I think, like, 2 months ago, this thing was supposed to be getting scrapped. Wait, do I still have coolant? Or have I had a leak? I'm actually a little lower than I thought, so I need to top that off. I didn't fill it as far as I thought, apparently. I was driving around the other day and realized that I had, like, no coolant. And I haven't topped it off while it's where it's supposed to be, so I need to go get my jug and finish topping it off. Anyway, so I also need to do an oil change on it. Oil that's in there actually looks pretty good, but I should do an oil change. This thing, yeah, I gotta fix this with the thermal resistor, I think is what it is, something along those lines. Because that injector is currently hooked to a janky switch in my car. I can get this thing off of this. Here we go. And I accidentally unplugged this last night and had to rewire it in the dark, so I think I also wired it backwards, maybe? Take the CB thing off the hook so I can actually get the switch out of here. What did I do? Man, I messed this up bad. Alright. Through there. Gotta get the CB out of here. There we go. This switch. Yeah, I think I have it hooked up backwards the way you said before. But basically, this guy turns on and off. I dropped it, but it didn't come undone. Turns this on and off. So when it's cold, I have to flip the switch and start it with this until it gets warm. And it runs sketchy for the first couple of minutes, and then it smooths out and runs really good. So that's one more thing I got to figure out. The fuel line is kind of a sketch fix at the moment because I had to just stop somewhere and like get some fuel line and kind of just put it in because it was like a reducer fitting. It was from a bigger hose to a littler hose, and there was like a rubber piece in between, a little boot of sorts, and that got like eaten completely through. So I basically just took some hose, cut the smaller hose back a little ways, took the bigger hose and went from the filter to that hose and just hose clamped it in place of the reducer. And it's working so far, and I'm not leaking because I lost like 1/8 of a tank in like 5 miles, and it was not good. I smelled gas. I pulled into school. I'm like, get out of my car. I looked down. I'm like, oh, we're just pouring gas. It was pouring gas right here by the rear wheel on the passenger side, and it was just like, I mean, it was pouring out. So actually, I might have that. Do I have that fitting somewhere? I think it's in the trunk. I have to be careful not to whack that. It's the DMV, and I got whacked in the head by that when I closed my trunk. There's some fuel line. I don't know what it is. I also got to put the factory trailer hitch on because I have that. It came with it, so I'm trying not to get whacked by that antenna. Anyway, so pop back on here in a little bit when I get it a little more cleaned up. I'm going to see if I can get rid of some of that black trim leftover stuff. Like, trim's not there, it's just residue, so I need to get rid of that. Let's see what I can do. I got rid of most of it on the front fender here. Also, if anyone knows where to get replacement SAAB trim, let me know. I don't even know if they still make it, or if anyone else makes it, because obviously SAAB is under and no longer with us. So there's that. Oh, and quickly, this is now running. It's a little janky still, but it actually runs, and it will move under its own power. Stopping is a little bit of another story, but this thing is running-ish. Like, I can actually probably get in and start it. The good old Kelmark GT. Okay, serial number 9. And this thing is low. It is like a squid. It's like sitting in a squid, I imagine. Okay. This thing is very rattly still. There's panels that are loose. The doors are a little loose. But it's running back there. And, well, the tack's sort of working. But, so, yep, still a little clunky. This thing is so darn low. Yep, the seat's not really bolted in either. So that's sketchy. And this is even more sketch. Gotta lift the door up to close it. So, yeah, it's gonna probably go to the car show Sunday too, but we'll see. I'll be sitting over with all the university auto projects. Anyway, gotta get it kind of cleaned up a little. I love this thing though. It is just so wild, and the paint is just like, see where most of it's come off. But it's just kind of neat. So we got all the fun toys around here today, I guess. Maybe, actually, I might go see if I can get my old Mercedes to start now. But what I should do is I should go and edit this video so that I can actually get it up. But anyway, thanks for watching. Man, that thing's running rich. I smell raw gas like crazy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next little clip here. And we'll see how long it is until that clip is. It could be 5 minutes. It could be 2 or 3 days. So, all right, we'll see you later.